Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where we are currently working on our university, and this is what we've got so far. It's a little bit on the empty side. If we look at the campus area info here, we can see that there is very little going on right now. Honestly, we might want to run this as a free campus. I don't think it's going to cost us very much. We'll see how it ends up playing out as we get a little bit more work put into it. But for now, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So, dormitories. Well, we've got a fair amount of space in these areas over here. I'm currently thinking maybe we put dormitories like here. This is not quite big enough for them to be back-to-back. Unfortunate. Maybe we put the dormitories out here then. We could fit in a couple of dormitories, for sure. Now, we don't have access to any of these buildings, and some of these are going to fit in here in a very interesting manner indeed. We may have to expand this a little bit, and also our actual area here is not particularly well defined. I think for now, yeah, it's just slightly awkward on the sizing. I think for now, we'll just fit them in right here. I really want to put them like this. So I'll put in one there, and then one here. Was this in the wrong place? Can we move that over at all? Yes. Yes, we can. We'll move that over like that. Perfect. So we'll just do that for now, and we can see that we have quite a capacity already. Each of these has the capacity of what, 3,000? 300? 300. I think that this hasn't updated. Yeah, 4,800. That's more like it. Okay, so I'm going to put in another pair of dormitories here. And have them be something like that. Okay. Study halls. Now, these are kind of awkward in their actual angling. I'm going to put in a study hall right here. And then we're out of cash. Okay. So let's see what that does to our university capacity. Puts it up to 6,600. And we're going to need water up here, of course. We do have this water connection that kind of goes straight on down in a very, very awkward fashion. And I'm just going to link it in like this for right now. Bring that over to there. Bring this over to here. And then this up to here. And then we could just... This isn't great, but we could link it in like that, and like that. And then we'd link this over here for, like, redundancy. It kind of makes a interesting little kite pattern, I guess. That's something. Okay, so we'll let that water go in. Wonderful. And I'm also noting that our sewage treatment levels are a bit on the low side. Now, we can do advanced eco-inland water treatment plants now. And that's something that we probably should have. I was going to say upgrade to, but I'm not sure that we're really looking to upgrade to that. Where do we want to place this? Over here? We could place it over here. In fact, we could theoretically place it as far over as here, which is interesting. And that's definitely where I want to place this. So I'm just going to wait for the cache here, and we'll bump it up to speed 3 while we are waiting on that. And it will be placed... Where was that? About here is the best we can do. Okay, and we'll put that in right like that. And of course, we will connect that into our water grid. I'll connect that over here as well as over here for redundancy. Okay, so that'll help our sewage treatment. But that's not all of the sewage treatment that we want. Perhaps we should run a road out this direction. And this does kind of break our pattern a little bit, but this would be for an additional eco-water treatment plant. So that would then be placed somewhere out, say, here. Yeah, it's not going to fit on the other side. So somewhere out here. We'll just get the cache for that. Any moment now. There we go. And we are, of course, going to hook that right on in. There we go. Fantastic. Apparently, this is a great city. That's what I like to see. Now, as far as actual university coverage here goes, I mean, we barely have any up here, but I think they're going to utilize the metro. And do we have a metro stop that's right by the campus? Yes, we do. That's good. A unique faculty. Yes, I do want to build a unique faculty. Oh, we can build a school of law at this point. I was under the impression that we couldn't. Now, in terms of size, it's kind of big. We may want to put it on the outside, which means that our campus area is going to need to be improved in terms of its size. So we'll just bring that out to be something kind of like this. The power plant will not be in the campus area, but all of this will be. Okay, so something kind of like that, except I kind of hate this up here. Okay, we'll try something like that. And how much will that School of Law require? We could put the School of Law, like, here.
The Forest Service has stated that there is a risk of an imminent forest fire in the area.
Okay, we should have that well under control.
To avoid forested areas.
That really shouldn't be a problem. We're just going to wait for some cash to come in here, and apparently we've got a picking up the dead service issue. We'll look at that as soon as we have the School of Law built. Come on, cash. Have we paid off our loans? I actually want to check that. Yes, we have. Or actually, no, we haven't paid off this loan yet. Okay. Well, it's in progress, and it's actually not costing us all that much per week.
That there is a risk of an imminent forest fire in the area. Residents are advised to avoid.
Yeah, we already knew about that. Okay, so as I said, the School of Law will go about here. Excellent. That's lacking power. Sure, of course it would be. So we need to bring some power lines out. I'm going to bring them out over here and just connect it in like that. Those are temporary, though. Excellent. Now, I believe that we're going to need some other services here. Yeah, we are. Groundskeeping would be a good one to have. We could potentially cram that in right up here. And let's do it. Excellent. So we have our groundskeeper in there. We'll need more dormitories eventually. We have a study hall. We might want to have a second one, and I will put that in right here to keep this kind of symmetrical. And then our next faculty building would go over here, of course. And then this club could potentially go here. Excellent. And the rest of this stuff we need to bump up our university level for. Okay, sounds good to me. We need some academic works, and we should probably grant some additional academic staff. That's going to cost a lot. Okay. So we're currently on... Hang on, we're not on universal education. There are some tuition fees coming in. Okay. Sounds good to me. There were 163 trees set on fire. Ah, it was down over here. Well, that's fine. It looks like our firefighters took care of it. Very nice. Wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and take this back off of Speed 3 at this point, and we are going to give a research grant for a dissertation. We do need 2 academic works, and I would like to have this all the way up, but I feel like that's too expensive. Especially considering that we still have some students or rather, we still have some student capacity not being utilized. I want to look at our university education system here. Oh, we have another university down here. That's the problem. We're going to demolish that. Fantastic. We're also going to demolish some of these abandoned structures over here, and it looks like we do have some residential demand, as well as a little bit of industrial demand. So we'll go ahead and satisfy some of that. And I am going to go ahead and zone these areas over here. Now, this is probably going to be safely removable pretty soon, in terms of this power line. But it's not quite there yet. Okay. Sounds good. That is fine. So, let's take a look now at what our university capacity is like. It's on the low side. We are not shocked by this, to be clear. We are not shocked by this at all. We could put additional dormitories in over, say, here. Or we could try to mirror this and have the dormitories be, like, up here. And I kind of like that. So we would put dormitories there and there, as well as there. And we need cash. Okay, fair enough. We'll hold off on the rest. That does bring up our capacity pretty dramatically, but let's see how our actual university is doing now. Yeah, so you can see here we've got enough students. We just need the academic works at this point. We're not at student capacity yet, but we will have the demand for it. Excellent. I do want to check in on our traffic situation up here. Ever since upgrading these roads, that seems to have solved our traffic pretty dramatically. Everything looks great over here. What about over here? A little less great, to be sure. We could upgrade this circle. It's an option. I'm not sure it's a great option. We'd have to move a lot of structures out of here. Elementary schools, etc. Speaking of which, how are we doing on high schools and elementary schools? We could probably use another high school. Our elementary schools are doing okay. I think we'll just place in a high school here. And, oh yeah, I wanted to check this. It looks like this is mostly not affecting the coastline. I would guess that these elevated portions already existed. Okay. So that is fine by me. Fantastic. We could probably use another elementary school, perhaps up over in this area. And I'm going to go ahead and place it there. That is hindered by this being one way. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? We'd be better off to have it down here. Much better. Okay. So with that underway, let's check back in on our campus area here that we are currently constructing. And we're currently halfway through the academic year. That's wonderful. Now, we don't currently have any varsity sports or anything like that. We need to get our reputation level up. So we're working on that. We've got our fancy school of law here. And if we look at our university, I mean, we have a lot of eligible people that are not coming in here. And the question is that because our tuition is just too high? Maybe. Where do we actually see? Yeah, you can see here, they are definitely coming in via the metro. I'm a little surprised that they're not taking this metro and going to this metro station and then coming up over here. Actually, they are. Just in... Well, I wouldn't necessarily call that low numbers. How many people are actually walking over here? Very few is the answer. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, we do kind of have a dedicated metro station for it, right? So that'll be fine. This guy. Are you going to the university? Yes, he is. He works there, though. He's not attending it. He works there. You are going to the university. And he's actually attending the university, I believe. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, so we do need to upgrade our university a bit. There's no doubt about that. We're in our university campus area. We're just doing a generic university, and these structures will unlock as we get a little further along. I'm slightly concerned about building a school over here, but the plan is to kind of build our schools here, here, and here. I think we'll be okay building it here. If not, we may have to do a little bit of terraforming over here and adjust that coastline. I would really prefer not to. These are very brightly colored buildings. The Company. Okay, that's a descriptive name. Good. Good, good, good. So we are, of course, going to get rid of these abandoned structures. Wonderful. And it looks like we do require additional zoning. Now, I do want to come down here and take a look at our power distribution. Yeah, so we can definitely get rid of this line at this point, and that is very, very beneficial for us. That opens up a lot of additional space, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get rid of this line very, very shortly. That's interesting. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get rid of this line very, very shortly. So we're going to put that in there, and then we'll also zone this out over here, like that, and then we'll zone this in here. Wonderful. And then we will, of course, zone a little bit of residential in here. We've got some extra space there. So that's wonderful. Okay, well, let's take a look here at what this power is looking like. Yes, yes, we can get rid of this power line. And I'm very happy about that. That buys us a couple of additional squares over here, I suppose, of development space. Not a lot. This is carving its way up a cliff pretty well here. But that's completely okay. Wonderful. So, as far as this over here goes, how's our year going? We only have a 30% chance of getting our second academic work this year. And I feel like that's okay. Actually, I kind of want to have a bunch of academic staff here. Maybe bump it to 50%. Like that. That might do the trick. Can we adjust the tuition levels, like, in here? I'm not sure where we actually adjust those. Yeah, this isn't what I'm looking for at all. Maybe in our policies? Or maybe in the actual zone. Well, no, this is what I was looking at previously. I don't think we can really adjust the tuition level other than make it free. Yeah, no income from campus tuition fees. 1 cent per student, that's not bad. We can do student healthcare and free lunch. We can definitely get away with that.
This is Elle, playing you the best music around.
Okay. So that's wonderful, and we're going to continue working on the Island City Institute, of course. Now, we only have 738 students right now. It went up to 742. We may actually want to run this with universal education and visiting scholars. And let's see what that does to our city budget. Like, I'm expecting our budget to be pretty stretched thin with that. But we'll see. Do we go negative? Hopefully we don't. I do want to also pay off this loan. We've still got 154,000 in it, so we'll probably wait on that for just a little while. Okay, what's going on up here? Education? Education. Sure. I also wouldn't necessarily mind increasing our education budget. Like, that's already where the majority of our cash is going, right? If we were to increase this, this would definitely put us negative, for sure. And we're just going to bring that right back down to 100% for now. That'll be more of a long-term goal, but we can't support that currently. Now, we are currently losing cash. We'll see if that turns around. If we are still losing cash, we'll probably just have to drop academic staff, is my guess. In fact, we maybe should just drop that. And just be like, you know, next year we'll get our academic work for 50K guaranteed. So that's probably completely okay. Excellent. So we'll just go ahead and do that, and yeah, we're making money again. That's great. Not enough customers. Okay, well, we definitely do have demand for additional residential, and we can put in some residential over here. I suspect that we're not going to be able to put these two in. I'm going to try it. No, it's not going to happen. It's simply not going to happen. We're going to have to remove that. Excellent. Okay, how's our metro over here doing? Pretty well. Again, an elevated footbridge would be amazing here. And if we go up... Hang on. What was this? Nothing? Okay. If we go up here to this one, this is actually calmed down a little bit. Mostly because we combined this together with the one across the street, right? And that may be something that we want to do down here as well. But honestly, I don't feel like the traffic is an issue here, because there's so little traffic in this hub anyway. This is mostly pedestrian, and we did that on purpose. This one over here, on the other hand, it's not too bad, I suppose. At least at night. It has cleaned up a little bit. That fire, I think, got put out not... Oh, there is a fire truck here. I was going to say not by a fire truck, but by the rain. But no, it definitely was a fire truck. Okay. We've got some crime going on up here. Do we have a patrol car nearby? Not exactly. We may want to put in a new police station up over this way somewhere. Like... Where would I want to put this? Perhaps here? Yeah, we'll put that in. Okay. That should deal with that crime issue. Fantastic. How are we doing on garbage? We're doing fine. We're doing absolutely fine. Healthcare. Looks good. Childcare. I mean, we could probably use additional child and elder care down here. We may want to go for that. So we would put in an elder care, like, over here-ish? What's that range looking like? Maybe it should go, like, in here. Or simply here. Yes. Yes, it should go here. Excellent. So we'll do that, and we should probably also have a childcare somewhere down here. Wonderful. So there's our childcare and elder care down in this area, and as far as death care goes, we do have a crematorium over there, and that seems to be doing the job. Wonderful. So we're going to have to start thinking pretty soon about making another one of these hubs. And it would probably link up over here via metro, as well as to this one via metro. How are we doing on our academic year? We're getting there. We're getting there. So we can see here that our number of eligible citizens is not fantastic. We need more capacity on this institute, and that is something that I was planning to do when I got more cash. So we will go ahead and put in... Let's see, what? This is 400 capacity. This is 300 for a dormitory. Interesting. So we'll put in a dormitory there for now. And I was thinking about maybe putting in dormitories here. I want to check. I don't think there's space to put in 2 dormitories here. No, not unless we take this around the corner and attach it like here. Which isn't necessarily what I want to do here. Technically, we can fit a dormitory just barely right here. But it's probably more efficient to use this space for a study hall, right? Well, maybe not actually, looking at the size differential. I'm actually surprised that that fits in there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put one there and one there. Wonderful. So we've got plenty of space here. And I'm just checking to see how many people are actually using this. I mean, we only have metro access here, right? And in order to utilize it, they have to use these 2 metro stations. And I'm definitely, strongly considering switching these into being a single metro station. In fact, let's do it. Let's pull this metro station out, pull these sections of track back, and then we'll connect in the track up here and down here. We'll get rid of this section of track as well. We'll connect this in about like that. And then we will, I'd love to actually add stops up here. Cannot find path. That's exciting. Why can't it find path? Is one of these corners too sharp? Maybe. And I would guess that it's this corner. So we'll just bring this in a little bit more along the lines of... it wants to go straight like that. Maybe like this? So then we would drag this up here. We're going to have to redo this metro. We're going to have to redo the line. Okay. Yeah, I'm unhappy about it, to be sure. Along with everyone else. So, yeah, we're just going to completely redo this line. Like that. This one stays. Remove that. Remove that. Okay. So then we're going to need this metro line. So we'll create a new line. And we will go up here, here, down to here, then over to here. Apparently that didn't do what I thought it was doing. But that's okay. And then we'll create a new line over here. Like so. And I'll name these later. And then we'll create a line that goes like this. And connects in over here. Did I miss one? Yes, I did. So we will add a stop there, and then here, and then here, and complete the line like that. And then we need to get rid of these lines. Okay, and then we will move this in like so. And it will do something along the lines of this. Okay. There. In theory. That should do the trick. It is, however, at this time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to see if that drives any adoption to our university. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.